Hey guys, welcome to another video. Um Today we're going to be talking about feeling like a girl. Okay? And now if you're not a girl and you're watching this, you're welcome to stay. Um you know what? I feel like all men should stay if you're actually watching this and you're a guy, because it could kind of give you a better insight as to what your girlfriend wants, what your wife wants, what the female in your life wants, you know? So, feeling girly, feeling feminine, as a lot of people say, is kind of like it's a sport now. We are in competition with men, okay? How can we be in competition for feeling a certain way that only women should be able to feel with the species that's supposed to give it to us, basically, that's supposed to be able to provide that for us? It's absolutely crazy that you cannot feel feminine, like you're not allowed to feel girly in relationships or by yourself when you're single, because I mean, to feel feminine, I feel like you have to be able to depend on somebody else. It takes two to tango, okay? Because you cannot just expect something without actually saying what you're expecting. You have to work on your communication and actually tell them, like, hey, you know what, like, I would love to feel like I could depend on you more. I would love to feel like I have nothing to worry about with you. The communication part is extremely easy, okay? The after the communication is what is a little bit more difficult sometimes. It has to get a little bit difficult depending on who you're with. Okay? If you're with a man that's absolutely gonna want you to be feminine, to be girly in a relationship, he's actually gonna listen to you and try. It's hard to be in a relationship with someone that doesn't hear you and doesn't care. Feeling girly is a lot more than just being able to feel girly, being able to actually feel like, oh, I'm a girl, like I love my dress, I love my hair, I love to do my makeup. It's more than that. It's like a sense of security that you end up gaining once you start feeling that. And now, how does feeling girly and reaching a sense of security relate to each other? Because you're able to depend on somebody else. As a girl, or at least for me, you're basically in your own world. Like, we all know that the earth was basically made for men. Like, the world is made for men. So, having a sense of security in a world that's not meant for you, that's not made for you, is something so satisfying that nobody could really explain it. You're able to feel like you're able to depend on your other person, because there's no other better feeling than going out, you know, and having in the back of your mind, like, hey, I'm driving. If my tire pops, I could easily call this person. Hey, my car declines, I could easily call this person. Like, you always have somebody in the back of your mind that is actually going to be there for you. Being able to depend on somebody adds to the security that you end up feeling. Because, I mean, yeah, you're able to be independent while you're in a relationship, but the feeling doesn't compare to you actually being able to depend on somebody else and being like, yeah, well, they got me. I'm here for you. We are together. I am here for you. You can count on me, and actually shows up, you know? Because there's a difference between somebody saying it, somebody just being like, oh, yeah, like, you could depend on me, like, you could count on me, and actually saying it and proving that their words actually mean something. I have been in relationships where it is absolutely wonderful to be able to depend on said person. That you're able to actually depend on that other person and be like I know that if I screw up, that if I do a sudden wrong move, something goes wrong, something happens, I'm able to depend on this other person. I could call them right now, boom. First two rings, boom. Hey, you okay? What do you need? Easy. Another thing, I feel like you can't really feel girly because, I mean, yeah, you can't depend on somebody, and the lack of leadership is tied in with taking charge. Men have gotten way too comfortable with the fact of, well, the phone works both ways. Well, you could also text me. Well, you could also do this. Well, you could have done that too. Well, I don't receive flowers. Well, you don't give me this. Well, you don't do it. Like, that also leads into lack of accountability, okay? Because why the heck are you turning it on to me when I'm telling you what you could do better? So we could be better. It's not hard to take leadership. If a woman can do it while she's bleeding, then why can't you do it while you're well, alive and well? Why should I be the one texting you first? Why should I be the one trying to pursue you when it's always been the other way around? Like, I could easily make you feel appreciated. I could point out so many things that I could be like, hey, you know what? Like, I appreciate you doing this. You know, I acknowledge certain facts, but the only thing that I will not do is chase after a man, okay? Because I've done it before, and I'll do it again, and I'll do it forever, and I'll die without a man if I have to chase a man. Because that's not for me, and it will never be for me, okay? Because that's all you have to do. You have to tell me your intentions. You have to tell me that you do not plan on changing. You have to tell me that you do not want to be with me. And as soon as those words leave your mouth, I am out of your life and you will never see me again. Because I do find a problem with men wanting to be girls. That's something that I guess I'll never really understand, because why are you as a man wanting to be with a woman but can't treat her like a woman? Like, a lot of men get with women and they treat them like men, like your homeboys. Now, feeling feminine leads to a happier lifestyle. If you're a man and you're stressing out your woman badly, I kid you not, it reflects. A closet made out of glass, okay? And everybody could see it. There's a difference between people noticing and actually having the balls to tell you, hey, like, are you and her okay? Because she doesn't look good. Once you make your girl worry, it takes her out of the feminine energy, and then that's when things go downhill. Things start to spiral, okay? Because worry leads to stress, okay? Stress is the killer here, okay? If you make her stress out about anything, even if it's for a joke, I kid you not, there's a hormonal imbalance that happens. Okay, hormonal imbalances happen as soon as a woman starts to stress about anything. I went on a scientific research, okay? I want to back this up because I actually want to be correct on this. Okay, so I actually went on a dive on Google. I searched up, hey Google, like, what are the stress, how does stress impact a woman and her body and her mental health? here's what I found. And I have everything written down, okay? And here's what I found, okay? So once you worry a woman, it leads to stress. Stress then kills a woman entirely, okay? How does it kill her? Her body starts to change, okay? She either loses weight or she gains weight because of the stress. Stress leads to a hormonal imbalance that happens in a woman's body. Her period starts coming late. It comes early. She starts skipping months. Okay? That is not normal. Another thing, skin. Her skin gets so bad. Breakout starts to happen. Her skin gets dry, oily, excessively, like a lot of things happen to a woman and her skin, not just on her skin of her face, but throughout her body. Okay, if I had one advice to give to the male species of girlfriends, right, is not worry your woman. Okay, why should you worry your woman that loves you so much and wants nothing other than the best for you? Why should you do that? Don't. Don't worry her. Hey guys, Editing Annie here. So, I just kind of wanted to add to this one part. I don't want you guys to take it as me saying to not tell her anything. Okay, because oh, well, I didn't want you to worry, so I didn't tell you the truth. I didn't tell you this and that. There's a difference between hiding things and then making it as an excuse for you to be like, oh, well, I just didn't want you to worry. Okay, that's lying. That's not being truthful, and that's not what I'm trying to make you guys say. Be truthful, tell her exactly what's going on, but word it in a sense like you already know how you're gonna deal with it. Okay, like if you need advice or if you want her input on things, that is totally okay, more than valid. Okay, but don't take that as in me telling you not tell her anything, start lying, start wording it differently, because that's not what I'm trying to say. Okay, these little actions that could prove that this is what you mean when you tell her that you love her. Okay, and that ties into actually consistency. Okay, you have to be consistent and you have to stick to your word with what you say and what you tell her. Why are you gonna be over here telling her that you love her but you can't show it? Then you actually don't like her. You actually don't want to be with her. She's just convenient to you. A man that has everything does not worry about being used. Consistency. Consistency is such a key because consistency can be with a bunch of other things. It could be with reassurance, it could be with flowers, it could be with notes, it could be with words. Compliments go a long way. Your words have to match your actions. Before I pause the video, there's a really big thing, right? That men, I guess, go for in a lot of relationships. That's the only thing that they stay for. And that is sexy time, fun time, intercourse. Like I don't know how else to say it. Man is not treating you the way that you want to be treated, but yet he only behaves properly, he only pursues you, he only treats you right on the one day that you guys hang out, and he wants something afterwards. I don't know how else to say it, okay? But that's the truth. Okay, a lot of men really just put in their best efforts on the one day that they actually want something from you. But yet again, men don't realize that if you worry your woman, it starts weighing in on her. You worry her, you stress her out, it affects her libido. Her libido goes down an incredible amount, okay? If you guys were having sexy time 3-4 times a week, trust me, it'll probably go down to one or even to just 0 once a month. 0 times a month, okay? And I see like a lot of people in movies, in TV shows, in real life, that's what they complain about. But yet again, they don't have the time to look inwards and see why it's happening. They just basically blame the woman. It's like, well, you know, she just doesn't want to. Well, she's stressed. Well, she has a headache. Well, she has this. Well, she has that. And that's why I cheated. When it all started because of you. Much they are programmed differently, but that's also not an excuse for cheating, for not treating a woman right, for not being able to fulfill what she needs. I'm trying to give you guys a way that you can look at her differently. View her as a flower. The water could represent your consistency. Your consistency of how much you like her, how much you take care of her, how often you take her out on dates, how often you bring her flowers, how often you compliment her, how often you do something that she likes. And once again, right? Flowers, you have to change water. You have to change the flowers' water a lot often, often a lot. You have to change it. You should really make life for her easier than what it is. Okay? There's no reason why she should be stressing about certain things, that there's no reason for her to get it stressed. A masculine man should be able to lead you without controlling you. A masculine man should be able to take accountability. A masculine man will change. A masculine man will change his ways to not lose you. No matter how much he's stressed, no matter how much he has on his plate, if he wants you, then he will make sure that you know that he wants you. If you're unsure of it and his actions don't coexist with his words, then it is always better to walk away than to stay.